One thing I've never understood is how people are able to form extremely unhealthy relationships with superstars. Because, to be very honest with you, I can understand idolizing someone, right? I can understand seeing a particular superstar or a particular YouTuber, musician, actor, and you're inspired by what they do, and you think to yourself, I'd like to be this guy, I'd like to act like this guy, or I'd like to sing like this guy. Or maybe you just respect their music, you just respect how well they make music, how well they make content. All of us have someone who we look up to in terms of every single one of these things. But what I have never understood is how people are so drawn out of reality that they forget that the people they are worshiping, the people they're idolizing, the people they put themselves in these relationships with are one, regular human beings just like them. Because let's be honest, we all bleed the same, we all breathe the same air, and we freaking all have the same bones and organs and whatnot. And two, how they are able to create this imaginary, unrealistic relationship in their head and think to themselves that they know that person when they don't. I can understand thinking that the way someone acts online or the way people sing their songs is kind of like a reflection of who they are as a person, or a reflection of what they go through or the experiences they've had. But even with that being the case, you were not present during those experiences. You were not present during those times of their life. So you still do not know who the heck they are. Every single person thinks to get over the top when it comes to this idea of having to know a superstar. And I won't even lie to you, most of the superstars who are the way they are now, you guys seem to forget that the reason they are popular and the reason they have all the attention and money and fame that they do is because of you. So it makes zero sense for you to help someone get to the very pinnacle of, the top of their game, and then still go ahead and worship the person that, if not for your support, would not even be there in the first place. And I guess that's another reason why many people develop parasocial relationships, because they think to themselves that I'm putting my money into this person's art, and I'm always turning up for this person's streams. I'm always there to like this person's videos. So there is definitely a history between us from having to see the person grow from their literal, smallest level before they got to the highest peak of stardom. And I won't lie, as much as that makes sense, it doesn't still make sense, From Taylor Swift to freaking Billie Eilish, every single time I see all of these things, it actually catches me off guard, because these tend to be grown as adults the most. I can understand being a young child and having to experience parasocial relationships, right? Because let's not even lie to ourselves, young children are most likely the victims, or most likely to be the victims of this kind of things. But what I do not understand is when you're a grown adult, freaking 15, even starting from 15, I won't even lie, and you're thinking to yourself how this relationship you're having with this person is not weird in any way or form. It doesn't make any sense. You're not supposed to idolize someone to the point of not even being able to distinguish reality from what is just based online. I promise you, half of the people you idolize, half of the people you worship, half of the people's content you consume, you do not know a heckle about them, not a single branch of their lives. You do not know anything they do. You don't know the things they like. Forget everything that they tell you online, okay? Forget the things they tell you online. You do not know these people. You have no idea who they are. I could literally ask like 10 Taylor Swift fans, what do you think Taylor Swift's favorite activity to do before she goes to bed is? And not one of them will give me an actual answer. They'll probably say something like, I think, or I feel like, or it could be. But that's never going to be the actual answer, because for all you know, maybe her favorite activity before she goes to bed changes, You people need to understand that, yes, these people are popular, and yes, they do have a ton of followers and subscribers and impact in the industries that they're in, but they're still human beings, okay? They are not gods. They're not like supernatural beings. They're not anomalies, all right? These are people who, with your support, by the way, got to the point where they are. And I know most of these people know this as well. You guys make them feel so weird, and you make them feel so uncomfortable, and you make them have to, protect themselves from you most of the time. And it's not good, okay? It's not good. Try to be able to separate what reality actually is from what happens online. Because I won't lie to you, social media is not a real place. Do not get so invested in social media that you do not see the damage and the destruction that it's doing to you as a person.